breaking news. The Los Angeles Lakers are reorganizing their basketball operations department and terminating executives Joey and Jesse Buss from their respective front office positions, effective immediately, the brothers tell ESPN. Their statement: "We are extremely honored to have been part of this organization for the last 20 seasons. Thank you to Laker Nation for embracing our family every step of the way. We wish things could be different, but our time has ended with the team. At times like this, we wish we could all ask our dad what he would think of it all."
Okay, so a lot to unpack
Yes.
here. First, let me say this from a personal standpoint. I know both Joey and Jesse, and they're great guys. And I would argue that they did important work over the last 10 years to kind of get the Lakers to where they are. Joey ran the G League team, the South Bay Lakers, and if you talk to Zach Guthrie, their coach, that G League team, by the way, there's a couple of guys on that G League team right now, including Drew Timme from Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah, right.
That are absolutely killing it, and the Lakers are going to have some decisions to make about what they're going to do with all their two-way spots because that G League team is really good. Jesse was more on the scouting side of things, and he had he's the one that found Kyle Kuzma. He's the one that found Austin Reeves.
Right.
So their fingerprints are all over the Lakers moving forward, even though they won't be in their day-to-day roles. They will keep their ownership roles, and I hope I don't know exactly how this went down or if there's any bad blood, but I hope they'll still come to the games and we can see them because they're both great guys. Secondly, you and I have been in this business long enough to know that anytime there is a sale, it has happened here at ESPN LA at least 5 times since Mason and I have been doing this show.
Yep.
We will get new owners or new bosses, and then there is a reshuffling at the top. It happens all the time.
Yep.
So the question remains, and Ramona's going to come on at 1:15. She's very tied into this. The question remains, is this the beginning of more changes? Are they just consolidating? Ramona will have some thoughts on that.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not the biggest surprise in the world. The thing that surprises me is this has come down so quickly after the Mark Walter acquisition has been made.
In season.
Yeah. Like we said, remember Ned Colletti was there for a couple of years before Mark Walter did it. Well, apparently changes start immediately, in this case, when Walter takes over. And I got to ask, I mean, I know Jeannie is the governor right now, but is she going to continue as the governor forever? Is it a short-term gig? Is it she guiding it through the sale? What
I have been told is that Jeannie is the governor for the foreseeable future. And I said to the person who said that to me, so are we talking, does that mean a year, 2 years? He said, I would guess 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I'll take the under.
And he added, if not more.
Yeah.
So I think Jeannie, Jeannie's really smart.
Yes, she is.
I think that when this sale was executed, she had to know that, okay, I'm not going to have absolute, complete say in everything.
Right.
I now work with a team.
Sure.
And if you look at the Dodgers, the way Guggenheim works is they are a team of people.
Layers of management.
Yeah. And so while I'm sure she has great love for her brothers, I think that she probably was in the loop on this from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, look, everything is going to change. Everything is going to be different. I was looking just as a comp, looking at other front offices around the NBA, and they are dense. Like there are many, many levels, layers, scouting, quants, analytics people, all that stuff. It would be dumb to assume that the Lakers are going to continue to operate in this sort of, I don't mean to be direct, but in this mom and pop kind of way.
No, it's not derogatory. They've taken a lot of pride over the years in saying we're a $1 billion company that is also a family business.
Right.
The family business now is not as front and center as it was before the sale.
Sure.
One of the things that the sale allows the Lakers to do is to put more resources and get really anybody they want from a management standpoint to help run it.
Absolutely.
And I would imagine a lot of the people running the Dodgers are being consulted on some of the things that are happening with the Lakers, especially Mark Walter. And so you really don't need all these department heads that you had before, because now you've got a team of super friends kind of guiding you through the way. But most of all, I want to wish those guys well, because they're great dudes, both of them.
I can't help but think of Mark Cuban, though. Mm-hmm. So, Mark Cuban sells his stake in the Mavericks. He thinks his role is one thing, and it turns into something else. I can't help but think that might happen to Jeannie as well.
Well, it could, but it
definitely could.
Here's what's happening with Mark Cuban. I read a big article about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think the Nico firing was Mark Cuban reinstating his power as a 27% owner.
Oh, really?
That Mark has now befriended Patrick Dumont, and Mark is the one.
Oh, interesting. So Mark Cuban may have been involved in the firing of Nico Harrison?
Not only involved, but lobbying for it.
Well, I understand that. I understand the lobbying.
Right.
Because Nico Harrison made the worst trade in NBA history.
And now Mark is back in the role of it. Tim McMahon wrote this article for ESPN.com. Tim lives in Dallas, very close to the Mavericks. And it's not all a glowing portrayal of Mark. It talks about how Mark made some mistakes along the way, but that in the modern day power struggle, Mark just won.
Yeah.
That his 27% interest and the fact that he has befriended Patrick Dumont, he is now a voice in the room again for the Mavs.
Yeah.
To Emily's point, he wasn't right after the sale. They pushed him out.
It's
and
interesting.
Now he's back in.
And it sounds like it's kind of GM by committee down there, and he's part of the committee at least.
Where he wasn't when Luka was traded.
Out. Right, exactly.
But one thing, obviously, about the Dodgers that we've been mentioning over and over again is that they revolutionized analytics.
Yep.
That they scouted and got guys that they knew how to fix and train to fit into this Dodgers mold. And hopefully that sort of analytics will help with the scouting department, the places that the Buss brothers used to be in charge of.
Yeah, one thing that's going to happen, there are going to be more scouts, right? They're not going to be less scouts. There are going to be more scouts scouring the country looking for young talent.
I think all of their off-the-court resources are going to double and in some cases triple. I think that they're just going to carpet bomb the parts of the NBA that are not capped.
Right.
In other words, executives, scouts, like you were saying. Behind the scenes stuff, I think is
analytics, quants.
Yeah,
they call them quants at the Dodgers.
Is all going to be on steroids.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the first step toward this new configuration for the Lakers, and